Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Low Rollers. My name is Trey.
This is Brian.
And I'm RJ.
We've got some exciting things to talk about tonight. I hope you guys are feeling a little heretical. We're down for some heresy. Because we're covering Chaos faction focuses.
I would say whoop-de-doo, but since I now have a Chaos army, I have to say woohoo!
That's right. We all have Chaos armies, though one of ours is, they both consider themselves more and less Chaos than others.
Yes.
RJ.
Hey, look, for the Emperor, right?
They are, when we're recording this, I'm letting out when we're recording this, they are tomorrow. So...
Oh, that's highly disappointing. We missed them by a day.
I know. I almost was like, hey, let's switch to Xenos, but we would have only 3 to cover. So.
Is that 1,000 Suns are coming out tomorrow as well? Or
No. They're doing one a day. The only reason we got Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights today at the same time is because they get everything at the same time for some reason.
Fair enough.
They've got to balance each other out. So
right.
Why not?
So, we have 3 Chaos Space Marine detachments and 3 Chaos Demons detachments. That's the big thing I wanted to mention here first. Demons survived. It's going to exist through 11th. They're probably not getting a codex, but they have the index. They have new detachments. They are going to keep existing. So, no worries there.
Nice.
We did have the Q&A as well that we could go over, but I figure it's better to go ahead and do these faction focuses for now because the Q&A is just further information that solidifies what we already know, but it may wind up leaking in here and there as we talk about them. And one of the things that did come from that is, yes, Chaos Demons are staying. No faction is getting squatted, so we won't have like Death Watch going away, but Imperial Agents and Death Watch are not getting new detachments, which kind of sucks, but...
Interesting.
So. I just don't like...
Well, Death Watch can use all the Space Marine detachments, so I kind of get it. But Imperial Agents, I don't understand.
It's a dead faction, and they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. Hopefully the Codex that comes out partway through the edition will have some kind of a plan. What I would love is Imperial Agents detachments are all 1 point, and you can take them with other armies. So like, hey, here's 2 points of Space Marines, 1 point of Imperial Agents.
Yeah, go back to soup.
That would be great.
Make it the soup faction.
But we'll see. So, Chaos Space Marines, we start off with the Cabal of Chaos. We already had this detachment before. It was the Heretic Psyker detachment. It's the offset version of the Librarius Conclave, right, for Space Marines. It got changed for Space Marines, so Cabal of Chaos is getting changed for Chaos to be a 1 point detachment, you know?
Fair enough.
It is now in your shooting phase when a friendly Heretic Astartes Psyker, excluding demon units, is selected to shoot. If that unit makes a Dark Pact, its range attacks have +1 strength. In the fight phase, when a friendly Heretic Astartes Demon Prince unit, excluding Khorne, is selected to fight, if it makes a Dark Pact, its melee attacks have +2 strength, +1 AP. Pretty solid.
Excluding Khorne's funny.
Well, Khorne hates Psykers, so he wouldn't buff you know.
But I just find it funny that they're like, yep, now you lose the blessing of Khorne if this happens.
Yeah, you can't be blessed by Khorne and also be using the warp. What are you doing? Khorne wants to smash things.
It's not like they traveled through the warp to get places or anything.
Shh, it's not important, RJ. Don't tell Khorne about that. He doesn't need to know. When they go through the warp, they just cover Khorne's eyes so he can't see.
My lord covers eyes.
Yep. It's night time.
What kind of magic are you casting? Don't worry about it. It's Khorne. It's blood magic.
Yeah, exactly. No, I still love this. I think it's even better than it was before in some ways. It's not as general as it used to be, right? But for 1 detachment point to be able to make any Psykers you're using, great. That's awesome. If you're taking allied Rubric Marines, they are Heretic Astartes Psykers, I believe. I'd have to double check that. For the sorcerer that's in the unit.
Yes, he is for sure.
Yeah, if you're taking the Sorcerer or the Sorcerer and Terminator armor, they're leading a unit. That is now a Heretic Astartes Psyker unit. So the Sorcerer leading like Havocs, their range attacks will get +1 strength. That's pretty solid. Then, of course, the Demon Prince of Tzeentch, fighting with this with +2 attacks or +2 strength and +1 AP. That's pretty solid.
I can't run this detachment with my 1,000 Suns, correct?
Unfortunately, not. No,
That's what I thought.
but you could use your Terminator Sorcerers for your 1,000 Suns as CSM Terminator Sorcerers.
Right. And attach them to my Chaos
Lords.
Space Marines and Night with my Night Lords.
Exactly. The enhancement here, Touched by the Warp, makes it where a single Heretic Astartes model, again, excluding Khorne, becomes a Psyker, and their weapons have Psychic. So I think I said it wrong earlier. I said the Terminator Sorcerer leading the Havocs. You would need to do this to a Warp Smith to let them lead Havocs, but also you're then making the Warp Smith Psychic. So all of its shooting, also its multi-meltas have +1 strength. You could do this to a Chaos Lord with Jump Pack and make all the Raptors with their different weapons have +1 strength. It's very, very useful.
It is. And it seems like they're fulfilling your wish of getting at least a little bit more, not a psychic, full on psychic phase, but
Unfortunately,
at least
yeah.
more psychic things.
Unfortunately. But yeah, it is more psychic stuff. And I know people are going to say, but it's model only. Yes, but if the model has the Psyker keyword and it's attached to the unit has the Psyker keyword because it's Heretic Astartes Psyker. So then the unit benefits from the detachment rule.
Yes.
It's really fun. Then Fleshy Curse. Start of your shooting phase, you select a Psyker unit. Select one visible enemy unit within 12, roll a d6. On a 1, they take a mortal. On a 2 to 4, they take d3 mortals. On a 5 to 6, they take 2d3 mortals. And they're psychic attack mortals.
I mean, that doesn't bother me that much because that was 8th edition. Everything that was psychic was just mortals. So
Yeah.
like,
I understand. I'm with you. They give a really funny idea here of giving the enhancement to a Master of Executions and then giving him this ability. And you don't use that enhancement in that situation for the shooting because the Master of Executions, his bolt pistol's not good. Maybe if he's leading Legionnaires, then you use the shooting. But more likely you have him leading Chosen, and then you just use him as a mortal wound factory as he moves up the board killing things.
that's funny.
So it's a
That's
great
kind of
1-point detachment. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
That's funny and kind of terrifying.
Yeah. This is maybe like one of the not strongest, right? But generally useful 1-point detachment we've seen. Where you could slot this in with any other 2-point detachment, you're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Devotees of Destruction. This is for the Iron Warriors specifically, but of course anybody can use it. Friendly Havocs and Obliterators have Heavy.
Oh.
Which is terrifying. We also get a new breakdown for Heavy. This is how Heavy works in 11th. In your shooting phase, each time an attack is made with a heavy weapon, add 1 to the hit roll. If all of the following apply, the unit is unengaged, the unit was not set up on the battlefield this turn, and no model in that unit has moved more than 3. The Q&A did specify not set up on the battlefield this turn includes from transports. So you don't get to move the transport, get out of the transport, and still get to use Heavy.
That's good.
But
that would have been a little broken.
It would have been. +1 to hit is great because specifically that wording, it's not +1 to the ballistic skill. it is +1 to hit, which means if you have something that is +1 to the ballistic skill, it stacks.
There you go.
Which is very nice. There's an enhancement here for Warpsmith only. When you use its Dark Packs, it can reroll leadership, so it basically gets to reroll its Dark Pack. And in your shooting phase, when it is shot, if it used its Dark Pack and those attacks destroyed an enemy model, your Warpsmith heals 3 wounds.
That's really good.
It's very good.
Silly. That's silly.
And then, of course, the strat that they show off here is your shooting phase, not your scouting phase. That's not a thing. We're not in 6th edition. When a friendly Havoc's Obliterators unit selected to shoot, that Havoc's Obliterator unit, when it uses Dark Packs, has lethal and sustained instead of having to choose between them. So, if you're rolling a bunch of Havocs or Obliterators, this is your detachment. It's 1 detachment point. Take it with whatever else and have fun. Then we get to our detachment, Brian.
Oh,
This
the
is
Night Lords?
The Night Lords detachment. And this one's really cool because it actually, like, they took both of the previous Night Lords detachments and tried to make them better, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Murder Talon Raiders. Friendly Heretic Astartes infantry fly units that attacks that target a battle-shocked unit. Battle-shocked. I cannot speak today. Or a unit at or below half strength can reroll hit rolls of 1. So, before, one of the 2 Night Lords detachment was when attacking battle-shocked units, reroll hits of 1. This is now specifically for fly, so it's your Raptors, your Warp Talons, but it also is if they're at or below half strength, whether they're battle-shocked or not. You get the bonus.
Well, that's good.
If that unit is battle-shocked or at or below half strength, and it attacks your fly infantry units, those attacks have -1 to hit rolls.
Oh.
That's really good.
Infinitely better than the other 2, right?
Right.
This is a 1-point detachment that makes Night Lords actually a problem if you are running mostly Raptors and Warp Talons, which is, a pretty good way to play Night Lords. You're still going to want your Chosen, you're still going to want your Legionnaires and your Nemesis Claw, but yeah, you're running a bunch of Raptors and a bunch of Warp Talons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's pretty good. You soften them up with some heavy firepower, and then so they're weaker, and then you send your fly units in to clean up. Does have the Nightmare tag, so you can't use it with other Nightmare detachments, which I assume both of the other 2 will probably get.
Right.
So we won't be able to mix and match them, which is probably for the best, because if you could, with I think it's the second Night Lords one, the Nightmare Hunt, I think you would be able to reroll hits of 1, reroll wounds of 1, +1 to hit, and -1 to hit every infantry and fly unit on your field, basically. So, obviously, that's not okay. So the Nightmare tag takes care of that. But very, very fun. Also, with this one, Senor del Chaos, the Chaos Lord with Jump Pack, has a 5-up invuln save.
Ooh.
Also, you might notice here, we have a brand new way that they are typing out invuln save. Now it is 5-up in SV as compared to just 5-up. This is a better way to explain it to new players, I think, and it catches the eye immediately. We saw a 11th edition data sheet for the Docker rig this week, and that had in save on the 5-up invuln. So it was very obviously there on the data sheet where nobody could argue what that was or wasn't, And then finally, the strat they showed, during the fight phase, when a friendly Heretic Astartes infantry fly unit made a charge move this turn and selected to fight, it gets a lance. Just
Okay.
great. Yeah.
What's Lance again? I cannot remember that, and I've used it way too often to not
It
know
should be +1 strength. But let me double check. Because it is changing in 11th.
It's 2 things. I thought it was +1 to the attack or +1 to strength, +1 to damage, or something.
I agree. I think that's what it was, but I'm trying to pull up the Q&A because it is changing. or it's not changing and I'm stupid, but it was mentioned in the Q&A. This is why I should have just had the Q&A up.
Prior planning.
Okay, Q&A.
What's that, Brian?
Oh,
That doesn't exist.
I had all the detachments up at least. Lance is +1. So I'm assuming Lance will be +1 in the new edition. And what is it +1 to right now? I think it's strength. Whatever it is +1 to right now is what it will be. I'm pulling up the rule. Here it is. +1 to the wound roll.
Oh, that's good.
So that's what it will be, which is very good for things when you're already re-rolling hits of 1.
mm-hmm.
Plus, again, you take this with a different detachment, like Veterans of the Long War, if that's not a 3-point detachment, and you're rocking and rolling. You're doing great. So then we have Chaos Demons.
Yay!
Which, again, just exciting that they exist, you know? But the Cavalcade of Chaos is my favorite new, cool, fun way to play demons. This is awesome. If a friendly Legion's Demonica mounted unit made a fallback move this turn, that move does not prevent that unit from being eligible to shoot and declare a charge. RJ, do you remember my Blood Crushers that I kept bringing back with a strat? That I kept fallback and charging into you for the mortals on the charge over and over again?
Yep.
I don't have to use CP for that anymore. I can just do that.
I mean, just makes me kill them first, I guess.
That's fair. Blood Crushers aren't the only ones that benefit from this. There are Slaneshi mounted units. There are Tzeentch mounted units. There are Nurgle mounted units. This is a weird, fun new way to play mounted demons in a way that you couldn't really before.
Catch all mounted demons.
Yeah. Also, really interesting. I don't think he has a 40k datasheet, but in AOS there is a... no, he does! Horticulturist Slimux, I believe, is technically mounted because he's riding a giant slug. So there you go.
If you want to run that guy, whatever his name is.
There's an enhancement here for mounted units. When this unit's selected to fight, if it made a charge move this turn, it can use its ability. If you do, when determining which models it can fight, friendly models that are within 3 of enemy units engaged with this unit can target those enemy units. So, basically, you charge, and if you have another unit next to your unit, they can still fight anyway. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's pretty good. And it's a good way to get around their big bases, to let you be able to get more stuff in there. And then for 1 CP during your movement phase, when a friendly mounted unit selected to move, they have mobile. This is a new keyword. Would you like to guess what mobile does?
Adds movement?
Okay, that's a good guess. Brian, did you have a guess?
No.
Okay, it lets them move through terrain features.
Oh, that's fair.
That's very... Can you imagine a full 6-man unit of Blood Crushers? And you're like, okay, well, I mean, I'm safe. There's a terrain between me and them. They can't get there. And in my movement phase, I say, hey, Warp Riders?
And you went, well...
They go through the building. So that's just a fun one. It's not super strong, but it is very fun. Next up is Lords of the Warp.
It's the "Oh brother, where art thou" moment. We thought you was a toad.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought I was safe.
So Lords of the Warp is a really interesting detachment. I think it's going to be a lot stronger than people give it credit for, because this buffs your characters that are not monsters. So it's not buffing Bloodthirsters or Lords of Change or anything like that. But it is buffing Bloodmasters, Sloppity Bile Pipers, the Plague Bearer Lord, whose name I can't remember right now. It's buffing all of those by giving them one more leadership and one more OC. And it's +1, so if you reduce it to 0, they still have one. That helps them with all their forced battle shocks that they need to be trying to do. It helps them when they're being battle shocked with the Shadow Chaos rule to be able to regen wounds, which the Q&A told us the regen wounds for all factions will now work like Necrons does. So if you're regening a wound and you have, I have more wounds that I'm regening than I have models here, you get to bring models back.
Oh.
I disagree. That was a Necron thing. Why are y'all taking it away from us?
That's fair. Well, Necrons will still have it. Just everybody else has it now too. When everyone's special, no one is.
Not everybody's getting an oath of the moment.
You're not wrong. Space Marines might not either. We'll see. The enhancement, Swollen with Power, lets you give 2 more wounds to a demon character, which, again, may not seem like a huge thing, but 2 more wounds on a Plague Bearer Lord? You're going to have a much harder time moving him. I have to look up his name. It's bothering me that I can't remember what he's called.
You guys just hate us because you ain't us, you know?
Is that where we're going with this?
Just saying. There's too much hate towards Space Marines.
Yeah? You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
Yes, in this fantasy grimdark world, instead of playing this cool other faction that's not human, let me play the super buff humans.
Yeah, at least play the dying of the light weak humans that die like Jav. Come on. So that makes the Poxbringer 7 wounds.
Oh. I don't want it. Take it back.
With his 5-up invuln, you know.
Then I said I don't want it. Take it back.
Finally, we have the Carnival of Excess. The fight phase, when an enemy unit has fought one friendly Slanesh character unit, that cannot be a monster unit, that has not been selected to fight this phase, it gets fights first.
Oh,
and
okay.
Must be the next one to fight.
That's really good.
Yep. Oh, you fought over there. Oh, that's cool. Hey, guess what? I'm fighting now.
Yeah, that's a counteroffensive for 1.
Yep. It's a very strong strat. Demons are going to be pretty strong this edition. Then finally we have Warp Tide. Warp Tide is super fun as well. When a friendly Legion's Demonica battle line unit is selected to make an advance move, its ranged weapons have assault, and it does not prevent it from being able to charge. Again, this is 1 detachment point, so I hope you're ready for every time you fight demons to have this being there too. You know how much battle line we run?
This detachment now just has my whole army's key thing.
Uh-huh.
That's all freaking No, I forgot their names. What's going on?
This is getting moved to 2 detachment points for sure. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's my Chaos Army.
Emperor's
Their
Children.
whole army rule. Yeah, Emperor's Children. Their whole army rule is literally this.
Yep. So this is getting moved to 2. I don't see how it doesn't get moved to 2. Pink Horrors have Assault as they move up the board. Not Bloodthirsters. That's the big guys. Bloodletters are advancing and charging their way across the board, and they already move a really good 8. And then they're advancing, and then they're charging. Plague Bearers are now getting up the board much faster, which, as you remember, RJ, that was one of my problems in getting my Plague Bearers to you to be able to get some Battle Shocks. And then don't even get me started on Demonettes. Demonettes are going to love this. Advanced Charge on Demonettes? Pfft. This is great. As if all that wasn't enough, the Bane Forged Weapons
there's more.
upgrade, which you can give up to 3 times, by the way. Their attacks for the entire unit have +1 strength. Would you like to guess how hard Plague Bearers hit natively?
If I remember right, pretty hard.
So they're only strength 4, right? But there's 10 to a squad. They're hitting on 3s, and they have lethal hits. So this makes them strength 5, which breaks that strength 4 breakpoint, making wounding Space Marines on 3s. But the Bloodletters go to strength 6, which matters. They're wounding Gravis on 4s.
Yay.
And then just for you, RJ, because, Brian's over there trying to understand how he's going to deal with Bloodletters wounding Gravis on 4s. Just for you, RJ. Demonic Infestation for 1 command point. In my command phase, 1 friendly battle line unit, excluding Pink Horrors, heals 3 wounds.
Hey.
Do you know who's battle line?
Who?
Nurglings.
Yep. I hate that so much.
There's no way this stays at 1 detachment point. This is way too good. This is, like, I talked earlier about how the Night Lords one is probably my favorite of what they've done here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best detachment for Chaos Demons, and it's 1 detachment point. If you can stack this with Be'lakor, it's over. Demons are jumping up in the win rate. Like, this is crazy.
So it makes your Demonettes, it gives them +1 strength and
Advanced Charge.
advantage charge. So it makes Demonettes 3 attacks, 3s to hit, 5 strength, neg 1 AP, 1 damage apiece with devastating wounds.
Which means they wound Marines on 3s.
And there's 10 of them, so you've got 30 attacks coming your way.
Uh-huh. The only benefit, Brian, the only thing to remember is the Demons have no regular save. You're relying on the 5-up invulns.
Mm-hmm.
He's so upset right now.
Demonettes are really scary. I have not read their battle. I've not read their thing.
Yes, they
Deep
are.
Strike fights first, 30 attacks, devastating wounds.
Mm-hmm.
And makes you take battle shock if you're below half strength when you start the fight. It's at -1.
Uh-huh.
So it's like you have to throw some battle line. You have to throw some regular intercessors in the way so your Stern Guard or your Hellblasters can shoot them off the board.
Yeah.
When they charge in, wipe out the intercessors. But they're stocked there, and now the Hellblasters and Stern Guard get a chance to shoot them off the board.
Yeah, because remember, it is all 5-up invulns.
Yep.
So you just wait a fire and wear out that invuln until they die. But the way you play around that as the Demons player, it's just RJ, he hates this the most, is the thing you're moving up the board is the Pink Horrors.
Yeah, because you don't care, because they just keep dividing.
Yeah. And then you're moving the Demonettes and the Plague Bearers and the Bloodletters behind and around the sides. So it's going to be fun to play around it, and fun at first. It's not going to be fun to play around, but in time, it will be more fun to play around, especially once this goes to 2 detachment points. But
yeah,
it's as if our friend who plays Demons now knew this was coming.
That's the best part, is he told me, so I obviously this is like pulling back the veil a little bit, but We had a long talk, he and I, about whether or not he was going to get into Demons like 6 months ago. And the conversation was, hey, they might not exist, but everybody around here would still let you use Legends rules. You know, if you want to go for it, man. There's so much fun to play. And he took the gamble, and he won the gamble.
Really did.
Yeah, it's a crazy detachment. Thankfully, it's not alone because we got some other really strong detachments coming. Next up, let's do Chaos Knights, huh?
Yeah.
Chaos Knights detachments aren't super great, but let me link these here. They're fun. I like them well enough. And we'll cover the Imperial Knights later. We won't do like GW and always shove them together.
Oh, but they're the same models.
Yes, that is true.
Just different design.
So first off, we have the Bastions of Tyranny. Brian, I can hear that TV this time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Here, I'll turn it down. Oh, wow. Okay.
So the Bastions of Tyranny is friendly Knight Tyrant units attacks that target a battle-shocked unit have +1 to hit.
Ah, great.
You know. You remember just a minute ago we were looking at an incredible detachment that, made the army do something new it has never been able to do before? Yeah, just +1 to hit if you shoot a battle-shocked unit with a Knight Tyrant.
I mean, it's decent, but
Yeah.
it's not anything amazing.
Now, it doesn't mess with the ballistic skill like Plunging Fire does, so it will also get the +1 from Plunging Fire if it's within 12, so that's cool. But
I guess.
you don't take the Knight Tyrant, let's be honest. You don't. You do not take a Dominus class Knight in Chaos Knights. You take every other Questoris and you take all the War Dogs because the Knight Tyrant is not good.
So basically, that's a worthless detachment.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they'll buff the Knight Tyrant, but it's got an enhancement that lets it reroll the number of attacks of a weapon. Cool. And then in your movement phase, when a friendly Knight Tyrant makes a fallback move, it's still eligible to shoot. Look, that one dude that's playing a Knight Tyrant in every game, he's happy. You know?
That all those guys that have the Knight Tyrant setting in their closet and they're like, I'm never going to use this thing, are like, I can break it out for a casual game with that.
Yeah, it exists. We should move on to better things, though. The Hunter War Pack. Hunting War Pack. This one's for War Dogs, right? Once per battle round per army. This is the new wording they're using so that people stop trying to game the system of, I have Chaos Knights going into Chaos Knights. If I use this ability, they can't use it. Obviously, that wasn't intended. In your shooting phase, you can select one visible enemy unit within 12 of a friendly War Dog. That enemy unit has +6 detection range. I can't speak.
Oh.
So, yeah, you put a War Dog near something, everything else can see it.
Sniffing things out.
Yeah.
It's really funny how they created this great thing for
Demons?
melee units. Well, just no melee units.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, if you're outside of 15, you're completely within a footprint, then you can't be seen.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, there's one of any several different kinds of units that are by you, and then everybody in the world can, in fact, see you.
See, I think playing with the detection range is really
expect?
fun. That is, you know what? You got me. I think playing with the detection range is really fun, but I will say, in this situation, you're technically already visible to the other War Dog that has moved up.
Yeah, they're just barking to let them know that the other ones that they're there.
Yeah. It's okay, Brian. They can take an enhancement that gives the War Dog Executioner ignores cover.
I mean, okay.
So you move something else up, and then you bring the Executioner up and let it shoot something.
But, okay. It's kind of lackluster.
You want lackluster? Look at this strat. It's not a bad effect, but you get to give a War Dog a 5-up feel no pain. But it is only during the fight phase.
Ugh.
Why is that not just during the shooting or fighting phase? When this unit is selected as a target of enemies' attacks. Why can I only give it the feel no pain in combat? I can't give it the feel no pain when somebody's shooting it with a big gun.
Oh, your Helvern's going to shoot my War Dog. Oh, good. Okay,
I
have
guess
fun.
you can. Brian, did you
No,
want to
I
say
don't-
anything else on detection range? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
no. You're good. You're good. I said what I said. I just think it's funny how they make this cool thing and then give you multiple ways of losing that cool thing.
It would be really hard for ranged armies to keep up if there weren't ways to play around detection range.
I agree. I mean, it makes sense. It's just kind of funny. That's all. Continue
Lastly,
on with your nonsensical chaos knights.
Lastly, we have a reworked version of my favorite Chaos Knight detachment. And on the one hand, I'm a little sad about it, but on the other hand, this means I can take cultists for a single detachment point, so I'm not going to complain. I can include damned units, or RJ can, because he also plays Chaos Knights, as long as they don't go above 500 points. And friendly damned units can re-roll leadership rolls. So this is cultists, curse cultists, all that fun stuff.
And
And-
500 points of cultists, let me tell you, is a lot.
You can't even take 500 points of cultists. That's not allowed. You can't take more than 5 battle line units. That would be 250 points.
So cultists are cheap
Cultists are 50 points for 10.
for 10.
Trust me,
So-
we played knights against each other, and I looked over and go, what the heck is that? And he goes, these are my cultists. As I'm staring down like 60 freaking cultists. And I was like, what are you going to do with those? He goes, I'm going to eat them.
And I
And I was
did.
like, oh, okay.
So, unfortunately, one of the things they nerfed in this, by making it a 1-point detachment, is damned units no longer gain battle line. So I can't bring 5 squads or 6 squads of cultists. But I can still bring 3.
Still 30 cultists.
Yep. And again, I can bring 30 cultists for 1 detachment point. 150 points in a knight's list is 1 war dog. I give up 1 war dog to bring 3 mobile, sticky infantry units in an army that has no infantry. That's a good trade. And then, just because we can, Iconoclast Idol, any Chaos Knights model, that includes War Dogs, while a friendly damned unit is within 6 of this model, when you target that unit with the Heroic Intervention strat, it's -1 CP.
Oh. So it's free?
You're going to charge my cultists? No, you're not. Not my precious baby boys.
I'm going to eat them first. Get back here.
Yeah, that's my lunch.
So is there?
Go ahead.
Okay, I don't know anything. It's it's not known to the person listening, but I don't know jack about any kind of either Imperium Knights or Chaos Knights. Is there a thing where Chaos Knights eats cultists and
So
they get to-
yes. In the lore,
Okay.
Chaos
Mhm.
Knights, when wounded, will steal the life, literally, the life force, to heal themselves from cultists.
There's a faction. There's a detachment in 10th that does it, isn't there?
Yep, it's this detachment. They are reworking it into this new version.
Okay, so forgive me. I know we're talking detachments, but I need some.
Hmm.
Knights are what?
Okay.
I know they're big. I know they're large. But do they have dudes inside them? Are they machines with dudes inside them? Or are they
So-
like Like the dreadnoughts
Depends
where
which
they
one.
used to be dudes.
It depends. Imperial Knights have pilots,
Okay.
right? Imperial Knights are exactly what it sounds like. They joust.
They're big mech suits.
They are big mech suits. They have fiefdom worlds where the planet is technically ruled by the Imperium, but it's governed by a king or a lord or something like that, and it has noble houses, and the knight pilots come from these noble houses. And when a pilot dies, a new pilot is selected for the knight, and every single person that has ever piloted that knight and died in there is trapped inside the machine spirit of the knight. So when a new knight pilot is selected and they put the helmet on and they bolt themselves in, they are overwhelmed and have to find a place among all of their ancestors of the previous pilots. They can get out of the knight and stuff, but when they're hooked up with the knight, they have countless generations of experience to rely upon.
Oh, okay.
Chaos Knights are if the pilot was like, hey, I don't want to die and just be another voice in the machine. I want to serve Khorne or Slanesh or Tzeentch or whatever. And so me and the knight, we're going to become one.
Okay.
And the knight's machine spirit and the pilot's soul merge into one, and then they just are a machine that kills things and eats people and loves it.
And it depends which knight you're talking about, because
Yes.
I think the Abominant is a demon shoved in a knight.
So the Abominant was a dude that went, hey, I'm going to shove a greater demon of Tzeentch in here, and you can't stop me.
Yeah.
And he succeeded. I love
So really-
my Abominant.
Yeah. So
Going with my those would
Uh-oh.
goodbye.
What were you going to say, RJ, while we wait?
Say about what?
What were you going to say about the Abominant?
Oh, well, yeah, he's a good boy, you know. They just tell him what to do, and he goes and eats things.
Yeah, it's great. Bo-da, bo-do, bo-da, bo.
I feel like this happens at least once.
It has
every
to,
time.
right? It's tradition at this point.
Gonna put the little technical difficulty music in there.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum. We'll be back in a moment.
And a moment turns into like 2 hours as we wait for Brian to reconnect.
Right?
We just both boot.
If he's even reconnecting. He may not even know he's disconnected.
He probably doesn't know yet. We should probably say, hey, Brian, we can't hear you.
Are you alive? Blink if you can hear me. Oh, wait.
Oh, there he goes. All right. Well, while he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and start linking World Eaters.
That's fair enough. But, yeah. No.
Oh,
Oh, I heard something.
I'm here.
hey, he's back.
Really pissing me off. I don't know if it's my computer or what. Computer was making strange noises the other day, but
That's not fun.
I think it's because it's on a glass desk and it wasn't getting any ventilation, so I think it was overheating. So
I'll
I
do it.
put it up now, and now it's not making any strange noises, but I don't know why I'm constantly having this happen once or twice or 15 frickin' times every time we get on the call.
It's not fun.
It's really aggravating and sucks for you guys.
It's okay. We just hang out and wait.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate it. Sorry.
No, you're good. So what were you going to say about Chaos Knights?
So you talked about the one that the Chaos Knight that wanted a demon of Tzeentch.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be the flavor knight to have for my 1,000 Suns?
Yeah, I mean so the good thing about Knights can be allied into both your Thousand Sons and your Night Lords. So any knight that you get, you can run with them. And if you get, like, say, you have a bunch of Zangor lying around, you go, hey, here's my Knight Abominate. I'm going to run it, and I'm going to run this detachment, and I'm going to run my Zangors as cultists.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
know? And so then you could still play this detachment.
I'm gonna throw a recommendation out there, Brian.
Yeah.
In all honesty, it's probably, unless you're just wanting to have fun, not worth it to take an Abominate.
Unfortunately.
No,
You're better off
I
buying
yeah.
a box of War Dogs and taking
Yeah.
this War Dog.
Also, the War Dogs have the option for the bird head, so you can still paint them Tzeentch colors.
Oh, okay.
I love the War Dogs. The War Dogs are really cool. I really wish that they redesigned the armigers
Mm-hmm.
to be better.
Give them some more options like the War Dogs have.
Well, and they took away an option. You can't even
The
get a
Moirax,
Moirax anymore.
I really want a Moirax too. It looks sick.
I do too, but they don't have the resin top for it anymore.
Yeah.
I was looking for a 3D print that was similar with the guns and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just like, if I can find the 3D print, I'll just buy a GW box of Hellverns and I'll replace the guns and top.
That's right. That's right. Hey, if you figure it out, let me know, and I'll also buy a box of Hellverns.
Yeah, for sure. The Morexes are really cool. I love the guns they run.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Of course. So, one last thing on that detachment. The stratagem that ties it all together and makes it all work. In your command phase, one friendly damned unit within 9 of a Chaos Knight model, excluding a Cursed Cultist. It specifically calls that out for a reason I'll get to in a second. Select one Chaos Knight's model within 9 inches of that damned unit and roll D3 plus 3. Your damned unit suffers that number of mortal wounds. Your Chaos Knight heals that number of wounds.
Nom.
Yep. You just eat them. The reason it can't be a Cursed Cultist is because they have a feel no pain against mortals. And they don't want you gaming the system like that.
Aww.
I think it'd be fun, but, you know.
Well, Trey, that's because if you or Brian rolled that, you would still kill all your cultists.
That's so true. But it would be really funny.
It
So-
would be.
The plus side of this is I keep saying how they nerfed this, right, to bring it down to one detachment point, but, I mean, is it really? Like, because now you're guaranteed to heal at least 3 wounds, and you could heal as many as 6.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, that's still pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
We will wait and see, I guess.
Yeah. Next up, then, we have the World Eaters. The Eaters of Worlds. The Brazen...
Blood for the Blood God.
Blood for the Blood God. Skulls for the Skull Throne. The Brazen Engines detachment is really interesting. Don't know how I feel about it yet, but I need some more time with it, maybe. I need to play with it first. Friendly demon vehicle units, which is a weird way to word that. They don't say demon engines, just demon vehicles. And they have a reason for it. Have the following ability. At the start of the fight phase, you can select one enemy unit engaged with this unit. That enemy unit makes a battle shock roll with -1 to the battle shock for the roll. You cannot select the same enemy unit for this effect more than once per phase. And this detachment has the Onslaught tag. So it's weird that you're trying to battle shock stuff in Khorne. That's not a thing you do very often in World Eaters. But it might matter, you know?
Maybe there's something we don't know about their codex.
It could be.
coming out.
The real benefit to this is that Mauler Fiends have not been great for World Eaters. They've been great for other Chaos units. And then the Defiler, of course, also counts as this. So that's just a free battle shock when your Defiler or your Mauler Fiend. It's a test at least. But whenever they're in combat, you're getting these battle shocks. And then the Mauler Fiend gets an enhancement that gives it Cleave 2 on its fists. Cleave is a brand new rule. Go ahead.
Oh no, I just said oh.
Yeah. So Cleave is the melee form of Blast.
Yep.
That's pretty solid.
How many in that unit? Oh, there's 20? Yeah, okay.
4 more attacks. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's Cleave 2. 8 more attacks.
Yeah.
And then finally, during your shooting phase or the fight phase, when a friendly demon vehicle unit is selected to attack, your unit's attacks can ignore modifiers to the ballistic skill, the weapon skill, the hit rolls, or the wound rolls. That means you can just give them ignores cover effectively in this new edition. Obviously, you're not giving them torrent, but it's very solid. Very, very solid.
Pretty neat.
Sorry, the missus was messaging me. She should be asleep right now. The Butchers of Corn is next. This is an attachment I think might see. I think the first one will see some play, right? But it's really just your Mauler Fiend, your Hellbrute, and your Defiler that are getting benefits. And, you know.
I don't know, with how good the Defiler is right now, you might see that played pretty often.
Defiler is very good. This is another kind of niche detachment, Butchers of Corn. They do mention the Red Butcher Terminators, which would be really cool to see get released for World Eaters. That's their special Terminator unit. But they don't. They mention it almost like a, hey, remember those? That was cool. Anyway, here's our new Terminators. At the start of the fight phase, if a friendly Terminator squad unit is engaged, make a Blessings of Corn roll and use the results to activate one blessing. Till the end of the phase, that blessing is active for friendly Terminator squad units in addition to any other Blessings of Corn that are currently active. So you just get free blessings for every Terminator unit in your army if a single friendly Terminator unit is engaged at the start of the fight phase.
I really, with the way they word all of this and the stuff they're doing with some of these attachments, I really feels like they're leaning back towards soup.
It does, doesn't it? Because unfortunately, World Eaters only have one Terminator unit, so you have to run a bunch of them to get the real benefit from this. I have a single squad of them. I will borrow my Alpha Legion Terminators to have more, but this seems like a lot of fun. I like the blessings. I like the Corncino. Also, Terminator squad units get an enhancement to give their melee attacks +1 weapon skill.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Pretty neat.
And then finally, a trophy for the throne. During the fight phase, when a Terminator unit selected to fight, if it's targeting a monster or a vehicle, it has +1 to wound. Which is pretty great.
So, why are all their attachments based around Terminators?
That's a very good question when we still don't have Red Butcher Terminators, and this doesn't count 8-bound or Exalted 8-bound. If this was 8-bound and Terminators, Exalted 8-bound, all three, this would be like a 3-point detachment, but it'd be so much fun to play. But there's only one Terminator unit. We don't even have a Lord to lead Terminator units.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is this just foreshadowing to what's coming out this 11th edition?
I'm hoping so, because as it is right now, you have the Lord Cacophonist, right? Which is your big heavy-duty Lord in Emperor's Children.
Yeah.
Brian has a Terminator Lord in both Night Lords and Thousand Sons. I have 3 Terminator Lords in Death Guard. I have 0 in World Eaters. Why? Anyway, that leads me to Vessels of Wrath, because I'm feeling some wrath. This is our last World Eater detachment, but it's also the best one. When a friendly World Eater's character unit, excluding epic heroes, is selected to fight, that unit's character model's melee attacks can have Cleave 1 or +1 AP. You may say, well, that's not better than all the others, right? But I want to read you a data sheet here. And I want you to keep that data sheet in mind when I'm about to tell you a little something called the Arch Slaughterer enhancement. So the Master of Executions has 5 attacks. He hits on 2s. He has 7 strength, minus 2 AP, and does 2 damage per attack. He has dev wounds, and he has precision. He also has an ability that makes it where as long as he's leading a unit, he can reroll advance rolls. And if he makes a blood surge move, he can reroll the d6 to see how far they get to move. And then each time he targets a character unit, he can reroll the hit roll, and he can reroll the wound roll, and you get a CP if you kill a character. The Arch Slaughterer enhancement makes it where once per game, per army, in your command phase, every Blessings of Khorne is active for this unit till the start of the next turn.
That's pretty good.
So, consolidate 6 inches, lethal hits. You go down the list, he's got them all. With death wounds, with precision, with either plus 3 AP or minus 3 AP, I guess, or cleave 1 added on if he's swinging at a big unit. You know who else counts for this? The Slaughterbound.
Oh.
Who suddenly has, because he has a once per game ability as well, has 9 attacks, hitting on 2s, strength 10, minus 2 AP, 2 damage each, with death wounds, and now every single Khorne ability from the Blessings of Khorne. You only get to use it once, but in that one turn, he becomes Khorne, basically.
Yeah, I would say so.
That's
He at least
so
looks at
much
a
fun.
unit and goes, you're dead.
Yep. It could also go on the Demon Prince of Khorne. It could also go on the Lord on Juggernaut. And as if all that wasn't good enough, for 1 command point, Aspire to Infamy, during the fight phase, World Eater character unit, that World Eater's character unit gets plus 1 attacks and plus 2 strength. Now that's just for the character model. But again, that turns the Slaughterbound into strength 12. That's 1 detachment point.
Not for long.
I think it might still stay that way because Arch Slaughterer is just a once per game ability. And it's only for the model. It doesn't affect the unit, right? So you get it. Oh, no, it is. Every Blessed Core is active for this unit to the start of your next turn. It is still just once per game, but that is very, very good.
I think it'll still stay what it is, just for the sure fact that if you don't time it right and use it on the wrong thing, it won't affect the game that much.
Yeah. You also have to use it in your command phase. So if you then fail your charge, too bad.
There's too many other things that could happen that would keep it from actually being effective.
Mm-hmm.
While it is scary and seems very, very good, I mean, charge phase, you have to get through charge phase. Who's to say they don't have a way to fight first if you don't fight first, and like all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah, there's ways around it for sure. You were putting all your eggs in one basket, and if that basket works out, you're good. And if it doesn't for any reason, your detachment is basically worthless.
Yeah.
But that's World Eaters, and that leads us into our last one we're covering for tonight, which is Death Guard.
Ugh.
I knew that was coming from Brian.
I know how much Brian loves the Death Guard. To be fair, I have misplayed them every single time I played them. Which is a shame, because they're so much fun to play. They're genuinely like in my top 5 armies to play. I love playing Death Guard.
What makes you feel better? I hate playing against them.
Well, there you go. Great.
You
I
know-
hope you're excited to play against them more.
I used to feel that way, Brian. And then I thought about it, and I just went, nah. They may be annoying, but I enjoy playing against them.
Well, I mean, I like playing against, it's like, and I don't mean to get off topic, I apologize. But like I know what I have to deal with going against Necrons. I know what I have to deal with when I'm going against Adeptus Mechanicus. Now, granted, this is the Ardre way of playing Necrons and Adeptus Mechanicus, which might be different under Trey.
Yeah, you've still got to play against my Necrons and my AdMech.
But I now feel like, after playing 3 times now against Death Guard.
Yes, all 3 times I've misplayed the army rule.
Yep. I feel like I have an idea of what's happening and what's coming, and I won't be surprised as such. And for me, that's knowing is half the battle, to quote G.I. Joe cartoon from the 80s.
I got 3 more Death Shrouds, by the way.
That's cool.
I love that.
Well, I got another 6 Victrix Honor Guard.
Just saying, if I remember the -1 toughness from now on, it will help.
Yeah, but are you going to keep doing the -1 to hit or the -1?
I'm probably going to do the -1 to save.
Running 3 6-man Victrix Honor Guard, make that 2 to a 3.
I ordered some. I don't know when they'll get here. I ordered them on Etsy. Some little icons to put next to units that are like, hey, they're in contagion. So that'll help me remind myself that they're -1 toughness.
Hey, I read, and you can confirm this. If I have like a bunch of Battle Sisters in a Rhino, the Battle Sisters, not a Rhino, forgive me, an Immolator.
Yeah.
The Battle Sisters inside the Immolator are not afflicted.
Right.
So when I'm shooting through their firing deck, I don't have to worry about all the minuses to hit and all that crap.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, cool.
But if I get that Rhino in melee and I kill it in melee and they're kicked out into contagion range, then they're afflicted.
Yeah. Yes.
So speaking of contagion ranges, our first attachment is contagion engines.
Yeah.
This one is
something horrible and make it worse.
So cool. I don't have any fetid bloat drones, and I need to get some. But friendly fetid bloat drones with heavy blight launchers. Friendly hell brutes. Friendly mephitic blight haulers, or plague puppies, as we call them, have contagion engine. Friendly contagion engine units' ranged attacks have assault. That means my plague puppies all have assault.
That's what they needed.
Yeah. But it does have the engines tag, so you can't take this with... I'm assuming this will be for, like, Mortarian's Hammer, which is the other one that's already about demon engines, so you won't be able to take them both. It makes sense. Also, an enhancement, a contagion engine unit only. When this unit is fought, one model in this unit heals D3 wounds. Just heal a little bit. And then in your shooting phase, when a friendly contagion engine unit is selected to shoot, that contagion engine will then, whatever visible enemy unit it sees, it's afflicted until my unit has attacked. So basically, you select an enemy unit to shoot, and then until you actually shoot, it's afflicted. But once my unit that I chose to attack with does attack, it's no longer afflicted. But in that case, what you do is you go, hey, I'm going to attack with this guy, but I'm also going to use this stratagem so this other guy sees him, afflicts him, so that when he attacks, it's -1 toughness, -1 to save. It's pretty
I didn't know they were Tau.
Right. It's pretty fun.
You put those marker lights away.
It's pretty fun. Then we have the Flyblown Host. This was their Grotmist attachment. It has been changed. It was very good. It's the one I wanted to run against you next, Brian. It's the one that gives all infantry units Scout. They are changing it because it was a little too strong to be a 1-point detachment, and they had decided for some reason that every Grotsmith detachment needs to be 1 detachment point, except for Tyranids, who have a 2. We'll get to that next week. I actually kind of like this change, personally. In the declared battle formation step, you can select up to 2 friendly Plague Marine units. Those units now have infiltrators.
Oh, okay.
Because Scouts is good, but what if instead I infiltrate 2 10-man Plague Marine units with leaders to buff them up, and now you're within contagion range, and the Lord of Poxes is there, who has the 2nd contagion as well, and now everything shooting at you on turn 1 is already hitting you with a -1 toughness because you got a little too close to my infiltrators.
Oops.
Also, Death Guard was the only army in the game that no longer had infiltrators.
Well, I wonder why.
So they used to before the change to detachments with Chaos Demons, because Nurglings are infiltrators. But then with the change to where Death Guard can only take Nurglings in 1 detachment, that's the only spot you have infiltrators now. And so this gets around that. Which I want to specify, I'm hoping that all of those detachments also become 1 detachment point, so that you could take them with any other detachment that you take and take your Chaos Demons.
That would be cool.
That would be nice. The enhancement for this one is Insectile Murmuration. Plague Marine units only. When this unit attacks targets a unit within contagion range of a friendly unit, they can reroll wound rolls of 1. The whole point of this detachment is supposed to be that Typhus is like Lord of the Swarm, right? He grows flies within his body. And so
Yep.
the idea here is that the whole battlefield is covered in these bugs that are coming out of Typhus. And so you're infiltrating the Plague Marines because they were already there and you couldn't see them ahead of time because the swarm. And then, hey, the swarm is helping them hit better.
Do you have Typhus?
I do have Typhus, yes. I used him.
He's the reason why the Death Guard are the way they are. Right?
He is exactly the reason the Death Guard are the way they are. His psychic was the one that you got mad at when he killed 2 Hellblasters with a psychic blast. For 1 command point, my shooting phase, when a friendly Plague Marine unit selected to shoot, those ranged attacks now have close quarters. Close quarters is our new rule for pistol.
Right.
Units containing 1 or more models with a close quarters weapon can shoot using those close quarters shooting. You choose whether you want to use your other ranged weapons or your close quarter weapons, just like pistols. But when using another shooting type for each model in that unit, you only select the 1, and close quarters effectively lets you shoot into melee. So this will allow things that aren't pistols to be shootable in melee.
Oh.
Excluding monsters and vehicles. And most specifically, when you use this stratagem, that means in your Plague Marine unit, your Heavy Blight Launcher, your Plague Burst Launcher, so your Torrent weapons that auto-hit, your Plasma Guns, you can shoot all of those into melee with this stratagem. It's pretty fun.
Is it?
Yeah, because I'm hoping this means other armies get stuff like this too. Brian, can you imagine Hellblasters being able to shoot
I was
their
about ready to
plasmas?
say Hellblasters.
Yep. Into
I would
melee.
be okay. Yeah.
RJ, can you imagine Tesla carbines?
Oh.
Oh, you're here on top of me? Bucket of dice.
Or Cataphrons.
Yep. I feel like something in Brian just broke when he heard that.
I mean, you guys just like to torture me. You guys like to say Space Marines are overpowered, and yet every time I go against RJ, I might as well just bring 2,000 points of scouts.
Do we need to talk about how many Space Marine armies I have when we talk about Space Marines being overpowered?
Just saying.
Paragons.
Maybe it's because
Oh, go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
bad. Nope. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I can wait.
No. I was just gonna say maybe I'm just bad at playing Space Marines, especially against RJ.
No, I think your play at Space Marines will get even better once you played some non-Space Marine armies.
While I'm painting them, of course, you say Thousand Suns are Space Marines, so
Technically, but it's a little different. Paragons of Putrescence. Putrescence? Ugh.
Putrescence, yeah.
Thank you. Friendly Death Guard character units have +3 to their contagion range.
Oh.
This is one detachment point.
I'd go home.
Now, granted, it does cap at 12, so you cannot change 12 into 15, right? So you will eventually get to the same place you get at the end of the game, but it just starts you out faster. Instead of 3s, you take this and the Infiltrate detachment, and then, hey, guess what? Start of the game, Lord of Poxes gives a +3 as well. So start of the game, everything within 9 inches of the infiltrated Lord of Poxes is afflicted.
Ugh.
Then you have the enhancement. Once per battle, per army. So once per game. In your command phase, you can use this ability. If you do, select one of the plagues listed in Nurgle's Gift. Enemy units within contagion range of this unit also have the effect of that plague, in addition to your army's chosen plague until end of battle. This
really good.
This is the enhancement that I always take on my Lord of Poxes, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
This detachment lets me also take this enhancement on the Lord of Poxes. So I don't have to play the Death Lord's Chosen to be able to get that enhancement, which is very cool. But I also don't have to just take it on the Lord of Poxes anymore. I could put it on the Tallyman. I could put it on the Lord of Virulence. I could put it on the Lord of Contagion. This is very, very good. And then finally, Agravus Spasms. The start of my shooting phase, one friendly Death Guard character unit. I can select one visible enemy unit. It must be visible within contagion range, and give that unit +6 detection range. Now,
That's really good.
it is good, but they were smart about it. So there are ways to play around it. Obviously, Typhus with a 10-man of Poxwalkers would be a way to play around it. But the easiest thing, if they hadn't said character, if they just said friendly Death Guard unit, is Chaos Spawn. You run the Chaos Spawn in, you give them +6 detection, and then you shoot them with your Plague Marines. Because they said character, you have to dedicate Typhus and a unit of Poxwalkers or a full Plague Marine unit. So it's not as good as it could be, but it is still very solid. And I think that does balance it out pretty well. What do you gentlemen think?
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. But it's still pretty decent.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
And especially if you take this with the Flyblown Host detachment, and you infiltrate those Plague Marines in with a character, and then you use the close quarters strat with them once you've given them +6 detection range because they were already in contagion range. And so you move in, then shoot, then fight. Pretty solid. Pretty solid.
So you almost have to hope if going against your stuff as infiltrate, you want to go first and kill those things right away.
Yeah, or you want to move around them, right? It's like I could only infiltrate 2. They were very specific Most other infiltrate detachments, it's you pick based on your game size, and 2,000 points would be 3. They're very specific with it just being 2. So you drop one in the middle, you drop one on one of the sides. You still have the other side to be able to build a position on and move forward, you know. And remember, unfortunately, Plague Marines aren't cheap. So a Plague Marine brick with 2 characters attached that you're infiltrating, because you need that if you want them to live, it's still going to be a good chunk of the army right there. So it will be annoying to deal with, but there are ways to play around it.
I keep forgetting that all your Death Guards seem to be expensive.
They are, yes. I can
They
give
used
you.
to not be.
They used to not be. It was a problem. So, for instance, the Lord of Contagion is 120 points on his own. That's just for him. And then the Death Shrouds are... Death Shrouds are 160 points for 3. Plague Marines are 190 points for 10.
And they're battle line, right?
Yep.
It's more expensive than my battle line unit.
Mm-hmm. So, yes, it will be rough, and they are hard to shift, especially if I can infiltrate them into terrain to give them cover as well as everything else. 2 characters to buff them, which is what I'm doing if I'm playing that detachment. You will have to get within affliction range, most likely, to deal with me, but I can only infiltrate 2 terrain pieces at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So, they were smart. I think Death Guard is easily going to be one of the strongest armies in the game. At the start of 11th, I think we're looking at Sisters, Death Guard, and Demons being all 3 very high up. But I think that people will find ways to play around Death Guard fairly quickly. I think Demons and Sisters are going to be a problem. Custodes maybe too, honestly.
Well, you make me want to paint my sisters more now.
That's fair. We'll see what Emperor's Children, Necrons, AdMech, and the rest still have to show us. Because we could be worrying over pebbles while the boulders are rolling down the hill.
Yeah, I mean, Thousand Suns hasn't been released yet. Right?
That's true. And I forgot to mention when we were talking about the other ones, Tyranids is going to be a big contender this edition.
That's good. They haven't been in the last couple.
I agree. They need some time in the sun. And just to mention, that came from the Q&A when they told us that Subterranean Assault was staying. That was the Grotmist attachment for Tyranids. It's staying. Well, actually, they had 2. They had the Tyranid Warrior Bioform one that it has been changed to a 1 point. And then they have the Subterranean Assault one with the tunnels. And it will be a 2 detachment point one, which means it will be usable with any of the 1 detachment point ones. And that makes it really scary.
The Subterranean will be 2?
Yes. I would have thought it'd be 3 for sure. I'm not begrudging Tyranids this. They need some time. I haven't got to play my Nids all edition, basically. But yeah,
isn't that a really, really good detachment?
It's a very good detachment. And so it being 2 is going to be scary.
Okay, now I know this sounds selfish, but this is my just still lack of knowledge. Is it just as good as the Space Marine detachment?
Gladius?
Gladius?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
Gladius is the best detachment in the game.
I need to learn how to play it then.
Gladius is an incredible detachment.
Okay.
The only detachment that put Gladius in comparison was the original version of Pantheon of Woe. Before it got nerfed, Pantheon of Woe was an incredible detachment. Well, no, that's not true. It's the other Necron one, RJ. The Destroyer one, before it got shifted a little bit.
Talking about Star Shatter?
Not that one. The one that made it where all Necron units benefited from the destroyers, but when it first launched, it also gave all destroyers +2 strength.
It doesn't anymore.
Oh, does it still? I thought they changed that. I gotta double check. Because if it still does, then it's still one of the best attachments in the game.
Is it more
Yeah,
expensive?
it gives all your destroyers +2 strength, and then if you with any of the destroyer units, if you put anything at half strength or kill it, everything in your army gets the +2.
Wow, yeah, that's still really good.
But are destroyers more expensive?
No,
No, but the character, that's what it was. Necrosar Mentor got nerfed really hard
yeah,
because his aura was way too good in that detachment.
All
It
right.
was
Well,
okay.
I'm not trying to be.
Hmm?
Go ahead, RJ.
I said it's okay. I forgot it most of the time.
Right. What were you going to say,
Trying
Brian?
Well,
Oh. Not again. He's going to be so mad.
Did he cut out again?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
understand the
Oh,
strength of things.
he's back.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yep.
What were you saying? That you don't understand the strength of things?
Can you hear? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Fuck. You can hear me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the funny thing is that you guys, I lost you guys when you're talking towards the very end of the Death Guard,
Oh.
but you guys kept talking like you didn't realize it. And when you guys say, "Oh, we lost him," I didn't lose you guys at all.
Wow.
I could hear you. It's really, it is pissing me off. You're right. I am going to be mad. I am mad, but it's really weird how it works. Anyway,
yeah, that's very bizarre.
I don't even remember.
Oh.
If it happened a third time, he's.
Just for reference, you know they didn't change anything on Necrozar, right? Other than they upped his point value.
I thought they changed his aura too. I thought he got the double nerf.
I don't think so. He still gives sustained hits 1 to destroyer cults within 6. And he still rerolls wound rolls of 1 for anything within 9. And then any friendly Necron unit within 6 inches of the bearer, models in that unit have a feel no pain 5-up against mortals and psychics. So
he did get one change. His aura no longer affects monster units.
yes, that was the thing they changed.
That was the thing.
It was affecting the
Catan.
The Catan.
Yeah. I knew there was something. I remembered there being something.
But no, that was less of a we nerfed him and more of a that was a typo. We should have, because they just didn't put excludes monster and Titanic units in it.
Yeah. Welcome back, Brian.
Yeah. Thanks.
No, you're right, RJ. That was a fix that shouldn't have happened in the first place.
Yeah, because pretty much all the auras of Epic Heroes say that. So
I do have one last bit of good news that might bring you back up, Brian.
Sure.
We did get a new model revealed out of nowhere. I don't understand why suddenly on a Monday they just showed off Caiaphas Cain, hero of the Imperium.
Who?
So he is a popular book series called Caiaphas Cain, hero of the Imperium. He is a commissar that genuinely cares about his soldiers. He does not want to be in the center of big fights. He doesn't want to be a hero. He doesn't want to be anybody special. He's just trying to survive, right? And yet somehow he always winds up in the middle of the worst fights, surviving fights with things he never should have survived from, whether because he killed it or somebody else killed it or a plane falls on it, but the stories are always he's Caiaphas Cain, hero of the Imperium, It is both tragic how much he just wants to not be this hero and also hilarious how often events make him a hero anyway.
So he's Astra Militarum?
Yes.
Interesting.
He is a lot of people's first dip into 40k lore. It's him and Inquisitor Eisenhorn, right? Because he is just so much fun of a character that people just love him, you know?
So now he gets a model and possibly a stat sheet.
So he will definitely get Legends rules, if nothing else, right? I assume it's for his new book, the For the Emperor, which is a like full illustrated version of his first novel for the Emperor. Now I'm not trying to be salty because I love Caiaphas Cain. He's got a really beautiful speech in one of the books about how when somebody else comes in and he's doing something that commissars don't do, he's writing letters to the families of all the soldiers that are under his command that have died. And it's such a beautiful moment when he says, "What do you think the Imperium's here for?" And the other person's like, "To win." And he says, "And that's why I have to write these letters." Anyway, I'm not salty that Caiaphas Cain got his model with his new redone book when Solomon Akura for the Alpha Legion has had a model for 6 months that we know about because his new book talks about it, but we don't have the model, GW.
Well, at least you're not salty about it.
Yeah, you know. Anyway, Caiaphas Cain, he's cool. You can get 2 versions. You can get him and Jurgen as 2 separate models, or you can put them on a diorama because it comes with the options for both. So you can put them on a larger base to make a little diorama with both of them back to back. Jurgen is the best bro, and yeah, if you've ever been interested in 40k lore but you don't want to go down the deep like dive, Caiaphas Cain is just a dude, and he's a really cool dude, and he's not a bad place to start.
I already got my account, so I'm listening to Horus Rising
Oh, okay.
and learning about Loken.
Yeah, Garviel Logan.
Yeah, him. Hey, just to like, I don't want to say so throw salt in the wound or anything, but you know, during the Q&A that Warhammer had,
Yeah.
apparently somebody asked how many Marnius Calgar models will there be,
Yeah.
and their response was plenty.
Enough. The response was,
Enough?
there will be
Enough?
enough. Yes.
So do we get Marnius Calgar in Phobos?
Yeah, I think we got to get Marnius Calgar and Alpha Legion armor to just really, really grind it in deep. The other question that was asked was how many Space Marine lieutenants are we going to get for 10th or for 11th edition? And the answer was it depends on how many protesters there are against Ultramarines. So, you know.
So the more protests, the more they're going to.
Yeah, the more people protest Ultramarines, the more they're going to make Space Marine lieutenants.
Well,
Sounds
then
like
I
a
see,
deal.
guys, I think we should go ahead and just start a website protesting.
So
'Cause
that's
I need a lieutenant in Gravis armor desperately.
it's kind of an in joke because in 9th edition there were 6 lieutenant sculpts that came out. It was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of
Well,
crazy.
Aren't they talking like there might be? I know the both other websites, Aspect Tactics, one of my favorites, had mentioned that there's a possibility that Space Marines might lose either the Reaver one or the Phobos one.
So one of the things that's rumored right now, whether it's actually going to happen or not, who knows? But one of the things that's rumored right now is that a few different armies will be losing data sheets, but they won't be losing units. And so what that means is that work year costs will be coming back. This was in the Q&A, but not for everything. Right?
Right.
So most things won't have war gear costs, but some things will. And so the rumor right now is like Eradicators, right? Those are going to be 2 different data sheets. They've already said that.
Right.
But you also have Terminators. Well, you have Terminators with that aren't assault terminators and terminators that are assault terminators. You could make one data sheet, and the squad is valid as this squad without shields and hammers or claws, and this squad with shields and hammers or claws. Another example would be with the Hastari, right? There are two different versions of the Hastari, one melee, one ranged. You could take one data sheet and go, hey, if you equip them with these weapons, they have this ballistic skill, they have, this. If you equip them with these weapons, they have this. And that's the rumor right now is what's going to happen to lieutenants, is it will be a lieutenant data sheet, and then you will have war gear options for which version of the lieutenant you're running.
Well, hopefully they give us the ability to make a Gravis one.
We will see. There has never been a Gravis lieutenant, so it would be nice to have one. The last
Lethal
thing,
hits.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't realize we weren't done. Go ahead, continue.
The last thing that I have for you, gentlemen, is not a reveal yet. It's just they have given us advance warning. On the 25th of May, there will be 3 back-to-back streamed games of 11th edition.
Oh.
One of them will be Blood Angels versus Orcs from the Armageddon box,
Mm-hmm.
One of them will be Tau versus Death Guard. The first one, the Orcs and the Blood Angels, will be played by Games Workshop. The Tau versus the Death Guard will be played by the 40K in 40 Minutes guys. Play on tabletop.
That's going to be cool.
And the last one is Eldar versus Admech. And the Eldar versus Admech one is really special because it is a rematch of the 2026 10th edition World Championship final game between Richard Siegler's Admech and Liam from VSL's Eldar. So those two played their big final World Championship for 10th edition with these armies. They're going to play a rematch game with the 11th edition rules for those two armies.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And it also means that most likely this week we'll get Eldar and Admech rules. Because I'd be very surprised if they didn't show their detachments before they let them play them on stream. But I just think that's nifty,
No, I like it.
That's all the news that I had for us tonight. Next week, of course, we'll be covering the Xenos factions that we have faction focuses for right now. Did you gentlemen have anything else?
No. I'm afraid to say anything. I might cut out again.
Not that I know of.
Okay. Well, 11th edition's right around the corner. They are going to be showing off the Warhammer Skulls event again. If you don't remember what that is their video game festival. And that'll be on the 21st of May. So who knows what we're going to get there. I figure Mechanicus 2 is coming out this week, so there'll probably be a good chunk of stuff on that. But good looking stuff. I'm excited.
Can't wait to play it.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not playing your Death Guard or anything RJ plays. I'm going to play against Mason's stores.
I got to get my dwarves built. I got to get stuff painted.
I'm going to say, you can't play unless you have stuff painted.
That's not true.
We gotta do like a minus 30 points.
If that's the truth, then I don't get to play. Look, I have in this room right now with me Commissar Yarick for the Imperial Guard, Inquisitor Croyle for the Imperial Agents, Castellan Crow for the Grey Knights, a Word Bearer's Chaos Lord, a Night Lord's Master of Execution, 3 Death Shroud Terminators, a Beast of Nurgle, and the Lion for Dark Angels. And
I have at my desk. I have at my desk the Rupert Marine with the cannon that I'm working on
Okay.
Of course, not while I'm on the show. I've got 9 Zangors in different states of painting because I made the mistake of putting them all together first before I did them.
That's not
And
a
so
mistake.
they're frustrating as heck to paint.
That's not a
Oh
mistake.
no.
My apothecary biologist that I bought online that was all yellow and it's difficult to paint, so he's
Nice.
slowly getting painted. My first what do you call it when you put stuff together from different models?
Kit bash.
Kit bash. My first kit bash of a captain with a power fist
Nice.
that I have played with. He's almost done. He's literally like, I just need to finish him. 2, and I know you don't care, and the audience doesn't care, but I don't care. I haven't got to talk. Because I'll probably get cut off anyway. 2 Gravis heavy intercessors, which I started working on back during the ice storm that hits East Texas way back in January. They're still sitting here in the exact same state that they were the minute I left the hotel at the end of January. And then to my left, 2 of the Rubik Marines that I finished, the sorcerer that leads the Rubik Marines, and the 1 battle sister I finished, and another one that's got the weird little chest that they have in like some kind of weird little, not flag, but I don't know. They have a pole and they carry something in the pole.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? And then because my cat, which your missus almost got a brand new cat.
Oh no.
Because my cat decided to jump on the counter where all 5,000 points of my Space Marines are and go for a stroll and knock the for lack of a better term, the flag waver in my Victrix Honor Guard
Ancient,
the Ancient off the table, and it shattered into like 5 different pieces, and I was about ready to give him to your wife tomorrow at work.
No.
But fortunately, I found all the pieces, and he's sitting at my desk slowly drying, and I still have a cat, but he came really close.
You know, while you were talking, I was checking the Crucible of Champions rules, and you can't make a lieutenant in Gravis armor with the Crucible of Champions rules.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
You can't?
Yeah, no, there's no option for it. Your Crucible's either Tacticus armor, a Librarian, or a Dreadnought for Space Marines.
Interesting.
That's weird.
Well, let's hope it gets expanded.
Yeah, they did say that in the Q&A that Crusade books would still be coming out. The Crusade rules won't be in codexes anymore. There'll be Crusade books that are coming out, and that they will be supporting the Crucible rules moving forward. So I'm hoping that means that the book will come with new rules for every faction.
Right. Which I think if we did that right, I think it'd be fun. Of course, we just need time.
So the problem with if you let me run Crucible characters, Brian, is that Death Guard has the best Crucible characters in 10th edition. In that I can take 3 characters called the Trilobe Vectors. I can put them all in Terminator armor. I can give them all Man Reapers. And then I can give them each individually a different enhancement. So then I run them leading a full squad of Death Shroud. And the Death Shroud come in 6 away from your unit and have every enhancement for that detachment. And also have all of the other rules from the Crucible. And also all have Man Reapers.
That's fine. I mean, Crusade is different than like playing one-on-one. I know it sounds silly, but
Brian, that's not the Crusade rules. That's the casual game rules.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I can do even more dumb stuff with the Crusade rules.
Like I said, I just don't think I'm going to play against any of you guys anymore.
That seems, little much.
Well, you two need to play against each other. I
We
mean,
do.
maybe
We never
should-
get to play each other anymore.
We probably should stop the talk because I'm sure the people don't really care about, I'm just
All
saying,
right,
you two need to play each other.
just remember to always bring your trilobe vectors to fight Brian. He loves it.
Yeah.
Until next time, then. I've been Trey.
I'm Brian, and remember, Ultramarines are awesome. If you wish to know more, let me know.
I'm RJ, and it only takes one Catan to solve your Ultramarine problem.
That's true. That is a good point.
You set me up, rat bastard.